Look at these chops, though. Like, a guy with those chops, I mean, there's no way he's not future Hall of Fame. Look at that stash.
That's right up there with that whole concept. You know, if you take a car and you put all the decals on it, like all the different, like you put the Jegs sticker and, you put the performance stickers down the window and stuff like that. It adds 10 horsepower per sticker.
Hey guys, welcome back to Area 51 Collectibles. Today, I have something awesome I'm going to open on camera for you. We got Aaron in the house. I'm Blake. And we're going to open some Panini to the Detroit Tigers and Keston Herstad, who went to the Orioles. So definitely got some big names. Obviously, when we're talking draft picks, we're talking stocks of baseball. So these are guys that you can invest in right now. And if we pull some of the big names, you have instant value. But don't throw away any of these cards because you never know who's going to hit. These guys are 16, 17 years old. We probably won't see them in the majors until 2 or 3 years from now, and then you'll really kind of know what you have there. Even took guys like Trout a while to make it up. He actually made it up to the Angels at one point. The Angels sent him back down, and then they brought him back up, and the rest is history. We have a future Hall of Famer on our hands. So that's what makes products like this super exciting. The draft picks, you never know who's going to hit. Second thing that makes this product super exciting is, hey, look, this right here. We're talking Panini Prizm. We're talking, yeah, man. We're talking high quality cards. We're talking really good card stock. We're talking great technology on the cards, and we're talking shiny. Everyone likes shiny. Aaron, you like shiny?
I love shiny.
Yeah. This is our first time opening this product, so we're looking at it with you guys to see if it's any good or not. Obviously, we're in their college uniforms at this point, so that is going to be one thing that will take some adjusting to. So here we have 5 cards per pack. We're going to be opening 6 packs per box, and we can find 1 silver Prizm, which obviously if you have opened any Prizm, that's going to be the big money card in here. And then we're also looking for 2 retail exclusive green Pulsar parallels, which those, I'm excited about those. Those should look pretty cool. 2020 Panini Prizm draft picks. Let's see what we got. Got the mic right here, right next to it. Get a nice crack of the box.
Ooh, yes. I can almost smell the cardboard and the packs.
Yeah.
Into the air as you open one of those boxes.
So we have all 6 packs. We've seen some products have a separate sleeve for the inserts, but not in this product. All right, let's take a look. Spencer Torkelson there on the front. That's the big name that we're going for. That's instant value if we pull any of them. All right, let's see.
Nice.
Hey, there we go. Right off the bat. How about a Keston Herstad out of the Arizona Razorbacks Fireworks card? That's a sweet card. So right off the bat, we're pulling the second biggest name that we can. We got.
Take that.
Yeah.
I assume that's an insert, not a base, though, right? So.
It is an insert. Yep. Fireworks. Let me check. Not numbered either.
Right.
All right, we got Bailey Horn out of the University of Alabama or Auburn. And look, hey there, a green Pulsar Prizm of Bailey Horn, back to back.
All right. Did that card live up to your expectations of the Pulsar?
Let's take a look. All right, so make sure I got it there. Look at that. I mean, that's sweet. As far as card looks, that's about as colorful as you can get.
It is very nice. It shows up on camera really well, too.
Yeah. Bailey Horn. When we're talking baseball, pitchers don't really carry the same value that the hitters do. unless you're like an all-time great, you're a Kershaw, you're a Mariano Rivera, you're
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan obviously has lots of value, but when we're dealing with prospects here, the hitters are definitely going to be the ones that we're looking for. Another interesting thing with the draft picks this year was they only drafted, I believe it was like 150 guys. Normally they have like 15 rounds, but considering there wasn't any college baseball last season and there was no minor league baseball, they only drafted 150 guys. The rest of the guys will be invited to spring training, and they can work their way on the team.
Huh. All right.
All right. We got Gavin Stone, Austin Wells, and here's our second Pulsar, Ed Howard.
Wow.
Have not hit our silver yet, though. But that's another good-looking card. Let's make sure I can put the base up here. Make sure I get all the pretty stuff on camera. Tanner Burns and Levi Prater. Looky there. Dude. Can you see that? Our silver card is Heston Kjerstad. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a decent hit right there. Heston taking over the box break in the review. So our silver refractor is the second overall pick. And like I said, the batters definitely pull in more value than the pitcher. So that's a great hit right there. All right. We got Beckway, which looks like another green Pulsar.
All right.
I'm not going to complain about another parallel. Bryce Jarvis and Zach McCamley.
You want some good news or bad news about your Kjerstad?
Give me the bad news, and then give me the good news.
All right. How about I reverse that and give you the good news first?
All right.
You got a silver out of Prizm.
Okay.
The silver looks like it probably goes for around $10.
Okay, well, there's worse hits.
There are much worse hits. Because if he's the second best rookie, like the silver autograph for him goes for about $40.
So, I mean, to me, that just shows me that even with the nicest product that Panini has, which I think we're pulling our first green Pulsar here. I thought the other ones are green Pulsar, but it looks like this speckly is our first green Pulsar.
Then what on earth are those other really bright, shiny rainbow things?
You would think these are green Pulsar, but they're not. But they're not.
That's definitely a green Pulsar.
That is definitely a green Pulsar. So, what that tells me, though, is Panini's best shot at baseball, because it's unbranded, it still doesn't hold up the tops from a value standpoint.
Yeah.
Trey Cruz, Nick Lofton, Jordan DeValerio.
I can tell you his case hit, Kjerstad's case hit for the Color Blast, which is kind of the Prizm, spectacle card. Those seem to go fairly well.
Sorry, man. I'm not trying to interrupt you here, but we have a numbered something that's turned upside down. So we have an Alec Burleson on top of a green. Dude, this blaster is bananas.
Ooh, I like it. What do we got?
Alec Burleson. Ooh, Disco Refractor Auto.
I like it.
Woo!
We're
Dude.
gonna start doing our product breaks more.
Yeah. Look at that. Disco, numbered to 99, auto.
who is that?
Alec Burleson. Look at that, guys. That is a sweet looking card. It is sticker auto. It's the only downside. Holy moly. And then, while Aaron looks up comps for that, right behind it, bump the table, is a green Prizm. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. A green Prizm Heston Kjerstad insert. So this kid's all over our opening here. It's going to be hard to be mad at this product. Wrapping it up with Jared Kelly and Austin Martin. So this is probably not going to be very indicative of what you would normally see out of this blaster. I think we just might have hit a really, really good blaster. We've pulled 3 Hestons, one being a silver. We pulled a number to 99 auto Alec Burleson. That is a good blaster. We got Beckway. We got our second green Pulsar with Max Meyer. We got another green Prizm Jordan Westberg. Markovan Hits Jordan Walker. Now's the time to buy on these guys if they're not top 15. Because you can pick up numbered autographs for dirt cheap because they're not a big name. Keep in mind, we had no minor league baseball season last year. We had no college baseball season. No one really knows. Like, this is going to be the most blind that scouts have been on a baseball draft ever.
All right, I'm going to run it down for you, okay? So Just so everybody knows, if you're watching us for the first time, you know that we have a 51-point scale. Every product made by a major manufacturer starts with 1 point. We then run it through 5 different specific traits on a 10-point scale each that can give a product a total score of 51. Obviously, a 51 is our perfect score. And then, of course, depending on the rating that they get at the end, depends on what we recommend the product or not recommend the product for you to buy at home. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it with our first category, okay? So we're going to start this product at 1 point. So, Blake, I'm going to ask you, man, gradability, first part of the scale. Tell me about what the gradability of these cards are, sending it in. It is a Prizm product, so I'm sure it's got to be reasonable, right?
Yeah, I mean, the quality of the card, we're on thick card stock here. The technology is fantastic. You can see my fingerprints, so I'm picking up this one. Right there in the reflective.
And they pick up the roller marks really well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
You can see where a roller, yeah, there we go. You can see right there in the top right, a little indentation. And then there's a little bit right there. You can kind of see right there. There's a little bit where the cut wasn't clean.
Yeah.
So it's
caught it wrong.
Yeah, it's really good, but it's not perfect.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Is that pretty in line with the other Prizm products that you graded?
Honestly, I actually give most of the Prizm products a lower grade than that, just because the Prizm products, they always have a showing around the edges because of the way that they cut that foil.
Yeah.
And it's always, to me, looks harder to grade. The Prizm products that I've got here,
yeah,
I definitely look at them and realize, I could take it or leave it.
You can see a little bit because the card stock is thicker, you can see right here that it didn't cut clean.
I would probably give it a 7. The quality of the card is really good.
Yeah.
It's just the edges pick up a dull blade a lot more than another card would, like typical card stock. And it picks up roller marks because it's that mirror finish. So they pick up those roller marks really easy, some of which are very hard to see with the naked eye. But if you send them into PSA, they're going to pick up on immediately. Sure. And realize that there's surface damage. So Yeah, I definitely, in my opinion, think that a 7 is probably typical of Prizm. Me, the idea of value when we're talking about buying one of these blasters,
Yep.
okay, and somebody goes and they spend the $20 and they buy one of these and they take it home. What's the value of this product as a blaster, and then kind of what's the value of it as a hobby? You would imagine. Obviously, we don't have a hobby box, but and then give me a grade as far as what you think this specific product would be a grade.
Okay, so two knocks on this product. Well, one thing going for it, it's a Panini Prizm product. That in itself means it's a flagship product for Panini. Two things going against it. One, we're in college uniforms, and there are very, very few collectors out there looking to complete a set of college uniform prospects. And two, it's Panini. It's Panini baseball. And baseball collectors collect Topps and Bowman. That is what they've always collected. That's what they like. Topps owns the rights to the Major League Baseball brands, and that just automatically puts Panini at a disadvantage. And I think that we see that reflected in the prices that we just looked up on what should be some big hits. I mean, this should be a hot card. If this was a Topps card, this card would be worth a lot, and it's just not. So I'm gonna be pretty hard on it. I think value wise, and this is a Prizm product, it's a 3.
Wow. All right.
Unless you pull a Spencer Torkelson, apparently, or even a Heston auto, it's going to be pretty hard to make your money back. And I think that's where the value category really stands up is, do I have a good chance of making my money back on a $20 investment? And I think it's tough. We had an awesome blaster, and we barely made our money back.
Under the bar, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I think with those two cards, we maybe make our money back.
Okay.
But there's not much meat on the bone after that. So and those are crazy hits. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good blaster for anybody. Like if anybody just walked into a Walmart or a Target and they bought that and took it home and opened it up, like that's a good blaster to open.
Mm-hmm.
And still, in my opinion, is still under the mark for where you would want to be.
Oh, for sure.
Value-wise. Like, we might have gotten our money back out of that. Might have. And it's going to cut it close out of the $20 in tax you spend on it.
Yep.
And you look at it and you go,
yeah.
Let's talk about the collectability of the set. And would a collector buy this? Would they want to collect this set? I know you talked about that just a little bit in the value side. What are your thoughts there?
I think that collectors of this product are either going to be hardcore fans of the top picks of that team. So the hardcore Tiger fans want to get in early on their new number one prospect. The demand drives the value of these cards, and there's not even people collecting these. That's why you can get an autographed numbered card of some of the prospects for under $5. And that's...
So, I fully agree with you. Like, I'm looking at the set. There's nothing that makes me want to jump out and collect that. Tell me what you think. Collectability, where are you going to grade that on the 10-point scale?
2.
All right. That's low. That's real low.
I agree
with you, though.
I wouldn't touch it. And I love collecting baseball cards.
Well, and unlike some of the other really low-graded baseball products that we've already reviewed, we've reviewed Topps Update, we reviewed Bowman Platinum for 2020, and in both those cases, the collectability was higher. But I think that's because they came with Major League uniforms. Yeah. They came with, named stars. They weren't, rookies going into minor leagues that aren't even really coming up to the major leagues at this point. So I fully agree with you. I think the 2 is the right way to go. So then let's talk presentation.
Yeah.
Talk about the product presentation and looking at it. I mean, obviously it's a Prizm product. Obviously blasters are a staple in retail. Give me your thoughts on a grade there.
I mean, as far as presentation goes, it doesn't get much higher than this. I mean, maybe some of the really high-end products. But, I mean, look at that. That is a very shiny, it's a very cool card. Right. So, it doesn't, as far as presentation goes, it doesn't get much better than Prizm. So, I'm going to give presentation a 7. It's colorful, it's fun, The cards look great. The quality is really good. So I'm gonna give it a 7.
I actually think that I wanna kind of give you a counter to that and
Okay.
give you a case for making it an 8.
Okay.
The Prizm products that I have seen so far, I'm not impressed with. I know Prizm is the brand. I think, like I mentioned at the beginning, that Prizm has been overprinted and overdone across the brand.
True.
I think that Panini caught wind of something that exploded when they didn't expect it to.
Yeah.
And then they just decided, you know what, stamp it with Prizm and sell more of it.
Sure.
Stamp it with Prizm and sell more of it. Print twice as much football Prizm and make the boxes $1,000 instead of $300 and sell more of it. Like, that's pretty much what they did. And I get it. They're a business. They're in a business to make money. But at the same time, I think that, you know, nobody has caught on yet until after the fact. Like, when we get into 2021 and start looking at all the cards that are being produced, I absolutely believe that we're going to see it catch up to where Prizm becomes the mediocre next brand. Like, you know, Topps Chrome. I think of Topps Chrome the same way. Topps Chrome is the premium, right? Well, you can go buy Topps Chrome garbage pail kits, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
or Sapphire. They're doing the same thing with Sapphire too.
Right.
Topps is.
I mean, you find a name that wins and you stick it on every other product to sell that product with that name. It's marketing 101. I get it. But it doesn't make the product any better, you know? But I will say this. This Prizm set, watching you open these, I really like the way that this looks. I know they're college players. I actually think that this probably deserves an 8. I think that the quality of the foiling, the way that it looks, I think the quality for college draft picks is really brought out in this.
Okay.
Where I would normally say
the college uniforms do stand out, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I like it a little bit better, I think. So I think it's worthy of an 8. And I also think that it's going to get such a low grade and everything else that it's worth giving a product.
Value is low, but quality is definitely high.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's a quality product. It's just not a quality product you should ever invest money in.
Yeah. Okay. So for presentation, we're gonna put an 8 on it.
I think an 8 is the right value.
Okay.
There. And last but not least, man, I mean, I know where we're going with this. I think everybody at home's gonna already know where we're going with this, but you're the final judge here. So, wow factor, overall wow factor of the product, the value, like everything all encompassing.
Yeah.
As a person who just bought and opened this product, where's your wow factor at?
So, we just talked about it. The presentation's fantastic. The cards are awesome. The college uniforms do pop on this background. They did a good job of color matching the uniforms. The value is not there. There's very little value unless you pull, I guess, Spencer Torkelson autographs. So making your money back's probably out of the realm. I'm going to give it probably a right down the middle. It's kind of what I'm thinking. It's low on the value, high on the presentation. I'm thinking a 5.
I like a 5. You know, we have a saying for what we call products like this. Putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah. A lot of lipstick here.
You know, I mean, it's a really pretty product, but at the end of the day, it's still just a pig.
Yep.
So, yeah, I would agree with you. So let's total this up. So we're looking at a 7 for gradability, a 3 for value, way down there, a 2 for collectability, an 8 for presentation, so we bring it back up a little bit, and then a wow factor of just a 5, which is a mid-card value. That brings us to a total of 26 as the rating that the product gets as a final grade. A 26, which is a product that we would not recommend.
Nope. You're not going to get your money out of it. If you're into prospecting for baseball, go pick up Bowman. That's a much better investment. And the cards are pretty too.
Any Topps product, like, you know, Bowman, Platinum, you know, if you have to, but Topps, I like Topps. If you're going to go baseball, go Topps.
Awesome. Look at these chops, though. Like, a guy with those chops, I mean, there's no way he's not future Hall of Fame. Look at that stash.
That's right up there with that whole concept. You know, if you take a car and you put all the decals on it, like all the different, you know, like you put the Jegs sticker and you put the performance stickers down the window and stuff like that. It adds 10 horsepower per sticker.
This guy's future Hall of Famer, and I got his 99 auto.